Hey, you listen to Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM, ArrowFM, and MPR. As always, I'm Grady, and live on Skype we got Josh.
Hey.
We gotta get going quickly, because we don't have a whole lot of time to talk about 15 matches. Let's start. Cruiserweight Championship, Buddy Murphy defending against Tony Nese.
Buddy Murphy.
Nice and easy, no discussion on this one, just Buddy Murphy's gonna retain.
I just don't see Niche winning.
Fair enough. Who do you see taking the Cruiserweight Championship? Because Buddy Murphy's had it for a little while now.
I'm not 100% sure that the person that's going to take the title from him is currently on the 205 Live roster.
Let's leave it at that. That's a cliffhanger and a half. Which Battle Royal do you want to tackle first, men's or women's?
I guess men's.
Men's it is. Alright, I'm going to run down the list real quickly. Braun Strowman, Michael Che, Colin Jost, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, Tyler Breeze, Jinder Mahal, Noah Jose, Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, Kalisto, Grand Metalik, Lance Dorito, Bo Dallas, Curtis, Axel, Heath Slater, Rhino, Victor, Connor, Andrade, Ale, Shelton Benjamin, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Otis Tucker, EC3.
I'll go with Apollo Crews as a surprise winner.
Okay. I think the odds-on favor probably lean towards Braun Strowman. But I'm with you. I think that's too obvious. I don't think they're going to go that route.
Yeah, if anything, Braun gets distracted by the two SNL guys and is forbid to give them his hands, and he gets dumped over the top rope unexpectedly.
Yeah, that's probably the outcome, I guess, that I see the most for Braun Strowman. I'm with you on a bit of a surprise. I guess looking at the group of people here, pretty much anyone other than Braun would be a surprise. I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna jump over to SmackDown and I'm gonna pick Shelton Benjamin as the winner. Complete and utter off the wall.
Yeah, especially considering he's still smarting from getting buried by The Miz last week.
Don't care. He'll dig himself up. He'll throw 29 or however many other people over the top rope and win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You heard it here first. Shelton Benjamin. Now we're going to go over to the Women's Battle Royal. A lot less announced participants for me to run through quickly. Dana Brooke, Mickie James, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Asuka Kamala, Naomi, Lana, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Zelina Vega, and Nikki Cross.
Sonya Deville.
There was no hesitation in that answer.
No. And the last person to be eliminated will be Mandy Rose.
Okay. You think that'll be the final two?
Yep.
This is a man who knows what he wants, can get straight to the point and pick his winner. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with Ruby Riott. I'm going to go with last eliminating Sonya Deville. Just because. Just because that's who you picked. No other reason.
I would be fine with that.
Yeah, there's a few options. Obviously, I assume since that's only 13 entrants, that this match will be padded out with NXT participants, especially given that they'll be in town. So maybe there's a shock winner who isn't even announced for it just yet.
Like a return from an injured NXT wrestler?
I can't possibly know who you're talking about.
Sure you don't.
I don't know if she's ready just yet. I don't know her timeline. But now we are on the main card. That's 3 of 15 matches done and dusted in about 4 minutes. We can slow our pace down a little bit. And let's talk about the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Usos, they were too nice to the New Day, and now they got to defend their titles against Ricochet and Aleister Black, The Bar, and Nakamura and Rusev.
Whew. I'm going to go with Rusev Nakamura.
Ooh, that's a twist.
But it just gives me a big concern as to whether or not I'll be able to see the Ricochet live in person or not.
Okay. You think he might win the SmackDown Tag title and not head over to your Raw show?
Yeah, that's very, very possible.
I look at this and I think Shinsuke and Rusev are getting a very similar to the Bar storyline here. And I find it kind of funny that they're in this match together. And I've leaned towards bringing the League of Nations style stable back, so I'ma still hold that hold that in my heart and ruin your hopes and dreams by giving the title to Ricochet and Aleister Black.
Curses.
Sorry. This is where I would talk about a Raw Tag Team Championship match, but as of right now, no match announced. Let's pretend one was. Hey, the Revival versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Who wins?
If that match was to happen, it would probably be Ryder and Hawkins.
Yeah, Hawkins wins, but boo, Ryder wins. It's that trade-off. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. We'll have to wait and see. I assume if it does, it'll be an unannounced match, possibly even on the pre-show. The card is just so chock-a-block already that I don't see them sliding in any more room.
Yeah, especially since they got rid of one title match in order to fit into the card more.
Yeah, they changed up the main event just to allow us to do that, so that we could fit awesome matches like AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
This should be good. Because I feel like AJ has gotten Orton to care. A little more than usual, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And when Orton cares, he's darn good.
Yeah.
And then they had that promo on Thursday. I'm going to go with AJ winning. I could see it going either way. But I'll go with AJ winning this match. But it's going to be really good.
Yeah. So I'm with you on the build to this has been absolutely great. I worry that in a card with 15 matches, if this match is going to be lost in the shuffle or not given a whole lot of time, you got 5 minutes, go out, do your stuff, and come back. If it is not restricted in that sort of way, I'm with you. It definitely can be an amazing match, but I have serious worries about whether it's going to be given the time it needs or the time it deserves, pretty much. Another singles match with no consequence. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Tell me again how Drew McIntyre is going to win. You were just telling me before we went live. You believe Drew's going to win this.
Drew has no chance. That's what he's got. No chance. I'm sorry, I hate to dash your hopes, but this is Roman Reigns' return to the ring as a singles match. He's not losing. He might get demolished after the match, but he's not losing.
You're definitely not making me regret my Ricochet and Aleister Black pick. I fully support that now. I hope they win. You can't even let me just have one Drew McIntyre win. That's it. I'm only asking for one.
I might give... If it was not WrestleMania, it was not the return match of Roman Reigns, I would probably give him the win. But being WrestleMania and his first singles match back since coming back, there's no way he's losing.
We will see. We will see. Talking about his first match back, let's talk about the last match ever from Kurt Angle. He will be taking on Baron Corbin.
Much to the annoyance of the internet. Which is funny, because a few years ago it was, oh, Cena needs to step aside. He's taking spots from younger stars. A younger star gets a spot at WrestleMania, and they're like, no, we don't want him, we want Cena.
It's the circle of smarks.
This should be an interesting match. It won't be very long. And I'm going to guess Baron Corbin goes out on top.
Mm-hmm. I see whatever happens here, Kurt goes out on his back. Whether Corbin goes ahead with it, whether some hijinks happen, I don't see Kurt winning his farewell match. He won a lot in the farewell tour, I guess you could call it. He won a lot of those matches. So I don't think he loses anything by literally losing this match.
Yeah, and then there was the promo that Corbin cut about him being a broken down man. And that basically would mean that with Corbin winning, he's not going to be beating the legend of Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to be beating somebody who really shouldn't be in the ring. And that's a sad statement, but that's pretty much the truth.
Yeah.
And so it will not really be that grand of a thing for Corbin, though he will brag about it for months.
Of course,
because
that's just Corbin.
Yeah, Corbin's a slime ball. He's perfect as a heel.
Yep. We got one more match, or two more matches, I guess, that are not for titles. Shane McMahon taking on The Miz, Falls Count Anywhere match. Say it again. Where do you want them to fight?
I want them to go to the concession stand.
Boom.
They do that, and I don't care who wins.
But if they don't go to the concession stand, then who do you want to win?
Shane McMahon could use a swirly. I'll go with Miz winning. I think the storyline's pretty much perfect for him to win here. Mm-hmm. Although he has had a lot of momentum heading into this match, so that kind of has me worried.
It is entirely possible, as you say, the momentum will swing in the opposite direction here with The Miz, but sometimes you just got to go with heart over head, and that's what I did with Drew McIntyre, and that's what I'm going to do here with The Miz. One of those has a better shot than the other at winning their match. We'll wait and see. I personally want to see them leave the arena. Do I think they'll do it? Probably not. But I'd be quite a fan.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I mean, they pretty much did in the last man standing match that they did on SmackDown. The match ended outside the arena. It didn't go very far outside of it, but they did go outside.
True. What do we got time-wise? We got one more. Let's do one more match on this side of the song. The Women's Tag Team Championships, Boss and Hug Connection defending them against Beth Phoenix and Natalya, Nia Jax and Tamina, and the Iconics.
Well, the Boss and Hug Connection I don't think are ready to lose the titles yet, so I'll go with them. But,
alternate reality, Iconics win. You had to know this was coming. I'm gonna argue for this.
I'll give you an Earth 51 that occurs in.
Okay. I'm happy with that.
Honestly, I could see them winning. I partially would support it because it would piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
But I just don't think now is the time to take them off of Sasha and Bayley, since they've only had them about a month and a half.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm picking a lot of WrestleMania with my heart, not my head. I'm gonna go with the Iconics. I'm not gonna bet against them in this case. I'm pretty sure I picked them in the chamber, and I'm gonna pick them here again.
Of course you did.
Iconics gonna win. All right, well, we're gonna go into our song for this week. Josh, you want to explain what it is this week?
Just the classic WrestleMania thing.
Nice and easy. And that's probably playing for you right now. And you're back with the Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM, ArrowFM, NPR, Grady, and Josh. We still got so much of WrestleMania to get through, and it's been like 15 minutes. So let's start with the mid-card titles. The United States Championship, Samoa Joe versus maybe Rey Mysterio?
Maybe this is where we'll get the surprise John Cena appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think Joe retains no matter who he faces.
Okay.
But it really does suck that we may not see Rey at WrestleMania. Because Rey always comes out with these really elaborate costumes. I was kind of wanting to see what he would come out as this year.
It's possible they let Rey come out with his entrance, and then maybe Joe beats him up halfway down. You know, you're not worthy, and then we get our whatever's going to happen next thing. So you still get to see that entrance attire.
We'll just have to see, I guess.
I'm basically going to lock that away as a possibility in my head to keep me happy. And then when it doesn't happen, it'll be a little bit disappointing. But as is life, as is the Intercontinental Championship, as we're talking about, a little disappointing, Bobby Lashley will be defending against Finn Balor.
Demon Finn.
Sorry, yeah. I didn't want to make it too spoilery in terms of the match is pretty much over already before it happened. But yeah, it is.
Yeah, Finn wins. Because he is yet to lose on the main roster as the Demon.
Has he only been like the Demon once?
About 4 times.
Okay. My memory is clearly not working. Yeah, I don't see Bobby Lashley to be the guy who's going to beat the Demon. So yeah, I see Finn Balor picking up the Intercontinental title once again here. And we'll just keep hot potatoing the title around, and we'll all just sort of smile and pretend to be okay with it. Let's talk about the last non-title match. Triple H versus Drax the Destroyer in a no-holds-barred match. If Triple H loses, he will retire from in-ring competition.
More things change and more things stay the same. The last time they were in New York for WrestleMania, he put his career on the line against Brock Lesnar. And they're back in New York, and he put his career on the line against Batista. I think this time he fails to defend his career. That's right, I called it. I'm calling my shot here.
Oh.
Triple H retires.
You know what is insane? Like, you're going like, oh, I'm calling my shot. This is what I'm going with. About 15 minutes ago, I wrote my opinion piece for NZPWI, and I picked that exact same outcome. No
Which
more
probably
Triple
means we're
H.
both going to be wrong.
Yeah, of course. There's no way that we're ever both right. That just doesn't happen. But maybe. Maybe we'll just see Triple H moving into his authority role permanently. Who knows? We got about 8 minutes left, and we got about 3 matches left to do, if I haven't missed one. So let's start off with the WWE Championship. Daniel Bryan defending against Kofi Kingston. Tell me Kofi's going to win.
This is going to be a beautiful moment. The entire feud has been brilliantly written. Emotions, ups and downs. It very similarly mirrors the struggle Daniel Bryan had to get to WrestleMania 30.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's on the other side of the foot. And he's staring down the monster known as Kofi Kingston.
Not generally called a monster, but yes, I'm with you. Keep going.
Well, that's a reference to the package they did before Triple H and Daniel Bryan.
I would pop very hard if we reused Imagine Dragons' song for a Kofi Kingston promo package.
I'm going Kofi winning. This is his time. If he doesn't win here, he's never going to be champion.
It's a bold call.
This is his one and only shot.
It sounds a little depressing when you put it that way. But it's happy if he wins. Just if he doesn't, goodbye.
Well, I mean, it took him 11 years to get this shot.
It's fair enough. Possibly, the match ends in 7 seconds. Let's see. Be a bit anticlimactic if they did the whole 7-second finish thing.
I personally would go for 35 second.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm interested to see, I guess, how the rest of the New Day play a role in this as well. Eric Rowan, obviously, floating around. There's possibilities, but I would rather see just a straight up one-on-one, give him the time, let Kofi shine. And, yeah, as you say, give the title to Kofi at the end of it all. Alright, we got 2 matches left. We're gonna leave the woman till last like the WWE are. Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar defending against Seth Rollins. Please, dear God, Josh, tell me that Brock Lesnar's gonna lose. Please. If that's not what you're gonna say, don't say anything.
I really don't know who's going to win this match. This seems like it would be as obvious as it was last year. We were so far off of being obvious that I honestly I can't bet against Brock Lesnar. As much as it pains me to say.
I never thought that I would yearn for a fruit roll-up looking belt more than I am at the moment. I want to see that thing. I want to see it on Raw. I want to see it defended. And I really just want to see the belt being used.
Yeah, I want to too, but I just don't know. It's like if Roman Reigns couldn't do it at WrestleMania, why could Seth?
Seth's done it once.
Yeah, but that was because he cashed in the middle of a match where they were both tired and he pinned Roman Reigns, not Brock.
This is true.
It just doesn't seem to make much sense. At least, but then again, WWE is good at that. So, we could see Seth winning the title. I just don't bet on it.
Okay. I will. I'm putting all my chips behind Seth because I'm going to just cry if Brock Lesnar wins. I will just send a photo into the group chat of just tears rolling down my face.
Yeah, you're going to Photoshop your face with the Michael Jordan crying face.
That will, yeah. Please Seth Rollins win so I don't have to do that. I'm not a good Photoshop artist. The final match on the card, the final match of the night, the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship and the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Rousey representing Raw's champion, Charlotte representing SmackDown's champion, and old Becky Lynch, the winner of the Royal Rumble.
Winner takes all.
Do they like do a fusion dance like in Dragon Ball Z and become like a purple belt?
That would make me laugh, honestly. This has been a really interesting and well-built feud. Regardless of what the internet thinks, Charlotte deserves to be here just as much as Becky did. And I think this is going to be an amazing match. I think in the end, Becky's going to be holding both titles, and we'll see where we go from there. I don't know if this is going to be like the retirement of the SmackDown title, or if Becky's going to release the SmackDown title or the Raw title, whichever one she decides she doesn't want, and vacate it, and they crown a new one. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but I think that's the beauty of it. We don't know what's next. We don't know what they're planning.
Yeah, that's my most exciting part of this, right? Like, whoever walks out double champ, what are we going to do? As you say, will that person just defend both titles across both brands independently in two different feuds at once? Will they unify? Will, as you say, they just dump one? There's so many options, and as much as I'm fully behind you on the Becky train, I wouldn't post a screenshot of myself crying if either of the other two women won. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised either. As much as I fully support Becky and fully expect that as the outcome, I wouldn't be surprised if either of the other two happened.
Yeah. I would give Charlotte more of a chance than Ronda, because I think Ronda's ready for some time off. So, yeah, I would go with Becky as the winner overall, and then Charlotte as a backup.
Okay. Well, that's all of WrestleMania 35, and that means it is time for our yearly NXT Takeover run down the card in 60 seconds. Josh, you ready to give me answers of who's going to win?
Let's go.
NXT Tag Team Championship, War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Aleister Black and Ricochet.
United Kingdom Championship, Pete Dunne defending against Walter.
Walter.
NXT Championship, it's vacant at the moment, but there's a 2 out of 3 falls match between Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, baby.
NXT North American Championship, Velveteen Dream defending against Matt Riddle.
Dream, baby.
And finally, a fatal 4-way match for the NXT Women's Championship, Shayna Baszler defending against Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kairi Sane.
It's Bianca Belair's time.
That's all we have time for this week. It's been great talking to you.
Bye-bye.
You can visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/WrestlingRadio, Twitter page, twitter.com/WrestlingRadio, and we'll come back to you next week with all of the results of WrestleMania 35.